Hello and welcome to another episode of Garden to Table with Rose, and I am Rose, and hopefully this records okay. I have my phone here in a little tripod, and I don't have on a mic because I don't have time for all that. So I thought I would do a relatively quick video of me pruning my topiary trees because it is time. Usually I don't film a lot of me in action videos because one, it's just me. It's hard to film yourself. You gotta set up tripods and cameras and all that and have mics. It's hard for me to do that. Also, when I'm out here working, man, I am working hard physically and I'm sweating and it's not pretty. So I don't understand these garden YouTubers. They have on like a full face of makeup, hair done, like all of that. Like if I put on makeup, it would like be running down my face and melting off of me after the work I'm doing. So anyway, I got my three topiaries here that have just started growing. New growth is pushing out, and so I just need to trim those up. This is a 3-ball topiary, so I want to keep it that way. This one isn't a topiary, it's just a conifer, but I want to kind of shake that up. And then behind me there is a spiral topiary, so hopefully I can get some decent footage, and hopefully you can see this as I go about it. And I think my tripod is as high as it'll go, but you could put something down to catch all of the clippings, like a tarp. I'm not gonna do that because I just have a little basket. I'll grab it. So I keep these little baskets sitting around, and then I just kind of collect stuff in there as I'm picking leaves and all of that, and throw it out. So I'm gonna try to do this actually on the pavement so that I can film it. And I'm gonna try to use these Felcos, which I just complained about in the last video. I do have my Fiskars in there too, just in case. Let's see. Wait. These are heavy. Whoa. It's easier if I lift it here. Okay, so basically this is a 3-ball. I can't even see. The sun is beaming in my face. This is a 3-ball topiary, and what I want to do here is trim the top. Let me see if I can adjust this a little bit. Okay. So what I want to do, the bottom looks okay. You can still see a good amount of the bark, but it's these top 2 balls that are the problem. It's kind of growing together. So basically, it's not that complicated. I just come in here and I cut off enough so that there's a separation. And I'll probably speed this up for the actual video. It's pretty boring watching somebody clip on a shrub. But I don't have to prune these too often. I think I got these, from Home Depot. It was actually a really good deal. I can't remember. It was a couple of years ago. But compared to the prices of shrubs and things now, oh my gosh. These probably were $50 a piece. I maybe a little bit more. Between 50 and 80 bucks. And they weren't much smaller than this when I got them, but they were already shaped and everything. I mean, if you went to a specialty nursery, it would cost you more than that, I am perfectly sure. So I was pretty happy with that, especially, this is my first year's dealing with topiaries and getting into them. I really love them. And I have to thank Linda Vada. She has a YouTube page, or a YouTube channel that's quite popular, and she introduced me to topiaries and so many other things. I watch her religiously. Even though she's in a different zone, she's in Oklahoma, and I am here in Zone 6A, Kalamazoo, Michigan. She's taught me so much. I just really appreciate her. Alright, so I'm not gonna go crazy. It's like, I don't know if I should take this off or not. I don't want to go crazy now. Take part of it off. Okay, I think that's good enough. I don't know if you can even see the whole thing, but basically I just wanted to make sure I keep this distinct 3 lobes, and so when they're growing together, when it starts to fill in, that's when you come in and do a little bit of pruning. And it will continue to grow. Obviously, it's the beginning of the season, so I don't think you have to be super worried, but still, I've had these for so long that I don't want to damage them or anything. So I'm going to start over. Okay. I think I've gone a bit wild with that middle. Alright. And then the bottom, I'm going to clean this up just a little bit because there are some, you can't see it, but there are a lot of little branches kind of hanging or coming out of the soil. Actually, I'm going to get rid of these because apparently some things have started to, like a tree, I would call them water sprouts, that kind of come up out of the dirt straight up in the air. So I'm seeing this here in this one, and I don't like that. So I am actually taking off a lot at the bottom. Water sprouts, sprouts. So there's a lot of that going on, and I'm going to get rid of all of it because I do not like that. I'm going to take this one off just because it looks sickly. So the pruning looks severe on this one. Just because, like I said, there's a lot of water sprouts kind of at the bottom. So I'm going to get all of this off of here. I don't like that. I want to have some space between the bottom of the pot and the first layer. And I like to underplant too, like annuals around the bottom. So that's important. So that one's done. And when I get done, I'll move the camera and I will show you. Ooh, look at that. There's something dead looking in the center of that. So I'm going to get that out. When I get done, I'll pick up the camera and move it around so you can see the actual finished product. But I think that looks pretty good overall. Okay, now we'll put this one back and move on to the next one. Wait. Those are heavy. Alright, next we'll do this arborvitae. I just love the shape of this. I don't know the name of the arborvitae, but you can see that. I just love the shape of this. It's just wild and kind of, it just seems very laid back. Not even a relaxed laid back kind of conifer. But I still want it to not look too wild. So I'm gonna cut just a little bit off of it. This one has been in this pot for a couple of years as well. And as I said before, with my potted arborvitaes and conifers, I just huddle them together in the winter and put them by the porch. There's a little overhang from my front porch. It kind of protects them, and that's kind of all I do at this point. When they were young, the first couple of years, actually these are probably 4 years old, because the first couple of years I would take them all the way to my backyard and put them on the side of my shed, which is protected between the shed and the fence. And then sometimes I would even cover them with a tarp. So that's where I would put them, and they did well there, but they're bigger now and they're heavy. So I really don't want to carry them all the way to the backyard. That's a job. So I just huddle them in by the front porch. Alright, so I'm not doing much with this one. I just want to kind of get some of the bottom stuff off. Let's see. I'm going to take this. Take some of this bottom stuff off just so there's some little air circulation. And yeah, I like a little bit of a gap in general between the soil and the actual limbs of the shrub. And that's just a personal preference. I don't know that that is necessary, but I just like the way it looks. So there's a little bit of some space. It just looks better to me. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. And so this one, like I said, this one is kind of wild and free, so there wasn't much to take off. Just again, having some space between the soil. And the shrub. So I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. It's free flowing and it's soft. The foliage is pretty soft. I like that. That one's done. Good. Those are heavy. Ooh, I don't like this. This over here, I don't know if you can still see it. This over here seems to be hanging pretty low. I don't know what's going on. Not on here. See if there's anything else I can cut. There. Oh, that's there. Like I said, I just want to be able to see a little bit of the soil level. I just think that looks better. Probably gives better air circulation or something like that. And the last one. Oy vey. Oh goodness. Okay, so this one, if you can see this one. This one is a spiral. Let's see if I can put this back here a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. It's like evening after work hours. And this is when I can do this because I work during the day. So this is a spiral. This is another one I got from Home Depot a few years ago. I don't know how long it was, 3 or 4 years ago. But it's gotten a little bit bigger over the years. And I just try to maintain the shape. I am by no way any kind of master at topiaries, but since it was already, you know, shaped up, it made it a little bit easier to try to maintain that shape. Next time I come out, I will put on my microphone. I have microphone. It's just one more thing to try to think about when you're trying to get out here and work in your garden. And honestly, microphone is the last, and cameras the last thing I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about like how much work I have to get done, how hot it's gonna be, and out here, what bugs am I gonna encounter? Do I need to send bug spray? Okay, what's going on here? I don't even know what's going on here. I was doing pretty good, and then I got here. Okay, this is all one. Come back. Yeah, I've kind of moved the bottom up. So like I said, I like having some of the bottom trunk exposed so I can underplant one, and so you can get some get there circulation. So I've done that, and then I've kind of tried to keep the shape. So what I'm gonna do now, let's put this back, and then I'm gonna pick up the camera and kind of show you the 3 all finished for now. Okay. So hopefully you can see that. It's sunny. But those are the 3 that I just trimmed up. So that one is a 3 ball. And I just kind of tried to remove some stuff in there to make it look like 3 distinct balls. This one was floppy and just kind of carefree. I just really wanted to get some of the bottom limbs off so that to expose a little bit of the dirt, because it looks neater that way. And I like underplanting these with the annuals. And then this one is a spiral. This one I did not do the best job on, but let's see. But it's looking at least green and lush. So, you know, it's supposed to kind of be a spiral. It still looks like a spiral. It doesn't look as beautiful of a spiral as it did when I first got it, but hey, I'm learning. I'm new at this topiary stuff, so I did the best I could. But I'm happy with those. So, yeah, that's what I did this evening after work. And I went and bought a tray of perennials. And then I planted those also this afternoon. And I mentioned it in the last tour that I wanted to get more candy tuft. That was on my to-do. Not a lot, because obviously I'm on a tight budget for this garden this season. But I did get several candy tuft plants, small ones. And so I put one there. I got one there. I got one there. So I pretty much have gotten it all the way around the circle, the inner circle, like I wanted to. There's one there. I did not get the Dolce Wildberry from Proven Winners because it was twice as much as the store brand in the similar color. And I just could not see myself paying twice as much, especially since the one I had there died. So I got the store brand one that's very similar in color. It might be different in size or whatever, but it just at least looks even now. And then I got a tray of perennials because it's one price per tray. So in that tray I added in a few foxgloves, which are supposed to be perennials. I don't know how long they really last, but I got some rose colored or pink colored ones, and I put one there, and I put a couple over here on this side, which I had last year as well over here. So yeah, and then more of the candy tuft again. One there. I put one there, and then the Artemisia. I did get 3. I got a different variety. I just got 3 because they did die after 2 years, so I don't really want to invest in a lot of it in case it's only going to last 2 years. But I put one here where the other 2, there were 2 here that died, so I have that one there. And let's see, candy tufts, I put another of the candy tufts here. And then in terms of the Artemisia, I put one by my Mary statue over there. So there's one right in front. And then I put one way over there by the back gate because that's where I had the 3rd one that died. So I got those going. I also bought 3 butterfly bushes that I want to plant on this side of the house. I'm not going to plant those yet though until I do my 30-second cleaner, which I mentioned in the last video. That 30-second cleaner is fantastic, man, for cleaning the siding, vinyl siding. So I had to do the 2 sides of my house and I ran out, so I've gotten a new supply. And I'm gonna do this side, which I don't know if you can see it in this video, but it has a lot of the mildew on it on this side of the house. So I'm going to use my 30-second cleaner to get that all white and beautiful. So I need to do that before I plant the butterfly bushes I got, which were perennials. I got 3, and they are varieties that grow, it said 7 to 9 feet, which is perfect over here because there's nothing here, as you can see. So right against the house, I want to plant those 3. In addition, if those dappled willow cuttings that I took root, I want to plant those in front because they don't get as tall, in front of the 3 butterfly bushes. So that would be like a strip here along the side of the house. And then I need to do the 30-second cleaner on the other side of the house as well, but there's nothing planted over there. That's just where I store my trash cans and mulch and stuff like that. I usually pile that up over there. But yeah, and then I got one other tray when I went to the nursery today. Earlier today, I got a tray of geraniums. I love geraniums. I love the perennials, but I love the annuals because they come in such beautiful colors. So look at this vibrant red. So I got a tray of these, and this is going to be my summer flower for summer annual for my pots and window boxes. So I'm going to add them to these window boxes when the pansies are done, and to these big pots here on the porch. I may have to move these pots and just give up. I have had these 2 pots on this porch for several years, and I have tried everything you could try to grow in the shade these pots, and nothing has survived longer than, you know, 1 season or a few months. Right now I have hydrangeas in there that like shade, and these are ones that respond to the acidity of the soil. So they're supposed to be blue, so I acidified the soil, and they're still alive. even though there's no foliage because I cut it all back because the foliage died, well, because it was cold. But I really would like to see those survive. Those would be beautiful in there. However, I do have those geraniums that I can plant in there, but ultimately after this year I may have to take these off the porch. I just like them there. Who doesn't like big pots flanking their, door? But it's just complete shade and ain't nothing does well there. So that's all I'm doing outside today. Yeah, that's all I'm doing today. I'm gonna take a break. I've been working hard. I'm gonna take a break for the rest of the day and then continue it on later this week. Really up here, the only thing I really need to do is spread the few bags of mulch I have left, and this little walkway is my only big project up here. This is where I told you about all of this Orlea and all of these dang on onions that won't stop growing. For you that see, this is the Orlea. It's like everywhere here in the onions. The onions are interspersed with the Orlea. So it's a disaster because in this section I had planted like creeping thyme as a ground cover because I had these stepping stones, and my idea was it would grow all around the stepping stones and be a ground cover to keep weeds away. But instead what I have is Orlea and chives have taken over. So I literally need to raise this whole section, reset my pavers, and call it a day. So that's my plan for that. I did go to Walmart on my lunch break, and I did get, I don't know if you can see it over there, I'm not gonna walk all the way over there, but I did get a shepherd's hook, a heavy duty one for my bird feeder, which is nice. It really is heavy duty. They were fairly inexpensive. I mean, for a heavy duty shepherd's hook, they were $17 at Walmart, and they're about 80 inches tall. So one of the taller ones you can get. I would recommend it. So I got that. It seems to be holding the bird feeder quite well, and that bird feeder I have over there is really heavy. It's empty now because something attacked it over the last 2 nights and emptied all the bird seed out, probably a squirrel. And then that little wimpy one that was leaning over, I just have the hummingbird feeder on there and it can hold that fine, but anything heavy it can't. And then I have suet. When I do the bird seed and the bird feeders, I usually put suet out as well. So that seems to be okay. I'll refill that bird feeder this upcoming weekend with bird seed. But it's really nice because my office, I work from home, so that second window there is my office window, and I can just look out all day as I'm working, and I see all kinds of birds come to that bird feeder, cardinals and finches and sparrows, house sparrows. It's just beautiful to see. I'm looking forward to seeing the hummingbirds. Hopefully I can catch those with the hummingbird feeders. But yeah, so that's all I got going on today. So I will talk to you next time. All right, bye bye.